Hey guys, welcome back to the Outdoor Navigator. So, disturbing comment this morning on one of my videos. It said, who's here after the murders? Now, what's that all about? Well, you'll have to stick around to find out. Let's go. So, yeah, this morning I got up. I had a comment, okay? Had a little alert telling me that I had a comment on one of my videos. Okay, the video was a video that I shot a couple years ago at Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas. So, I pulled it up and, yeah, it said, who's here after the murders? So I was sitting there, perplexed. I was like, what in the world is that supposed to mean? So I closed it out, got on the old Google machine, and found out that over this past weekend, okay, at that park, there was a double murder, okay? A man and his wife were out with their two kids hiking, okay, at Devil's Den State Park, and the two parents were murdered, okay? The two kids are okay. There's not a lot of details. All right, I will advise you to go ahead and Google for the most updated information because there is an active search, okay, right now for the person that committed these crimes. Well, I've told you about that, and I just want to start out with my heart goes out to that family, those two kids, and all their friends. I mean, what a tragic event. I mean, I'm sure those people, they had went out that day, okay, to get on the trail and just, have a good day out on the trail hiking, and it ended like this. But after seeing that, okay, after looking that up and finding out that information, I was like, man, I need to do a video, okay, not for views, okay, this isn't for trying to capitalize on anything, but my channel, okay, is a lot of the content on my channel centers around hiking, okay, and encouraging people to navigate outdoors. Well, that's what I want people to do, but I want you to do it safely. So let's talk about some things to make hiking a little bit safer when you're out on the trail. All right, guys, so when you're out there hiking, okay, out in the middle of nowhere, there are some dangers, okay, and I hate to say, but when I'm out there, one of the main dangers that I'm thinking about is other people. I'm not thinking about, well, I can't say that I'm not thinking about it, but there's all kinds of other dangers. There's danger of injury, there's the danger involved with being a heat casualty, especially here during the summertime. There's the danger that a lot of people put themselves in when they go out on those little cliffs, take those pictures. That's dumb. But people, okay, people, unfortunately, there are people out there that are there to harm you, and that's unfortunate. Now, most people in this world are good people, and I want to think that, but I'm not naive. I know there's bad people, so I take that into consideration when I'm out on the trail and I encounter people. So here's what I do. All right, it starts at home. Before I even take off on the trip, okay, first thing I do is I do a little research and I know where I'm going, okay? I get familiar with the area. I try my best to find myself a trail buddy, okay? Somebody that I can hike with. I want this person to be hopefully somebody that's capable of helping me out if I get in a situation where I need help. Let's say you can't find yourself a good trail buddy. Well, you definitely need to let people know, let somebody know where you're going, okay? Let them know, hey, I'm going here, I'm parking here, I'm going to be gone for this amount of time, this is when I should be back. Just so somebody out there knows where you were going. So let's say you had to go out by yourself and you get hurt, you can't contact somebody, at least we know where to send the search party. All right, next thing, situational awareness. Okay, that's going to be key, and that's going to start as soon as you get to the trail. Okay, when you're pulling up to the trailhead, you need to be looking. Okay, you need to be scanning, look around, you know, look at the cars that are parked there. Is anybody in them? Is there anybody standing around them? Is there anybody hiding? You know, look for those dark places, you know, where people may hide. All right, situational awareness. All right, next thing, be ready to go. So when you get to your spot and you get parked, get out, open the trunk, open the back door, whatever it is, get your stuff out and get going. I mean, go ahead and have everything ready to go. So have your hiking boots on, have your pack ready, you know, whatever it is. Don't dilly-dally. You know, you're sitting there getting things out of your back of your trunk with your back turned to the world. Hey, bad things can happen. Don't set yourself up. Have your stuff ready, get it on, and get moving. All right, now, once we're on the trail, we're hiking, okay, we're walking. I've just left the trailhead. Is anybody following me? All right. Hey, look around. Look behind you, okay? Make sure nobody followed you out of that parking lot, okay? And then from here, it's just, you know, using your senses. Your sight, your hearing, okay, and your Spidey senses. So, you know, I'm sitting here scanning. When I'm walking, okay, I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking left. I'm looking right. I'm looking down. I'm looking up. And I'm looking behind me. Okay, I'm scanning constantly. Okay, and I'm looking for dangers. Okay, I'm looking left and right. I'm looking for people coming towards me. Okay, I'm looking up. Okay, I'm looking for tree limbs that might fall on me or something like that. A tree. Looking down, making sure there ain't no snakies in the road. You know, I'm looking around. I'm scanning. And I'm looking behind me, okay? Make sure nobody's coming up. Let's say we do see somebody coming towards us. Does that mean they got bad intentions? It doesn't. It doesn't, okay? But me personally, that trust comes later. So I'm automatically, when I see people, you know, there's some people you look at and, you know, they don't set off that Spidey sense. You know, I look at them and I'm like, there's nothing that concerns me about those people. I'm still going to keep my eyes on them. Sometimes, you know, you just got a sense about people. But let's say that person that is coming towards you, that, I don't know, the verdict's out on this person, okay? So, when I'm looking ahead and I see somebody coming towards me, okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing a quick scan, okay, what I call quick scan. Quick scan of them. So first thing I'm doing, my focus is at their hands, okay? Do they got anything in their hands that's going to hurt me? Okay, once I clear that, then I start looking around the belt line. Okay, I'm checking the belt line to make sure they don't have anything on that belt that's going to hurt me that they could access, okay? And then I'm going to start that overall scan, just looking them up and down, okay? Now, next thing I'm going to do, okay, if they're coming towards me, I'm going to look around and be like, hey, if something happened, what would I do? Where would I go? Okay, so, you know, I'm looking around right now. You know, hey, I might want to run down that way, get behind that tree, you know. And one thing I'm thinking about too is I might want to drop my pack so I can run faster. You know, no use keeping all that extra weight on there. If somebody's trying to hurt me, I could care less about that pack. So drop that pack and take off, you know. And as they go by me, hey, keep that distance, you know. That's what's going to be important, is keeping that distance, okay? So if I got a big wide path like this, you know, I can get way over this way. Go ahead and let them pass by me. Okay, give them some space. That way you got a good reactionary gap between you and them. So, you know, you've got time to react to what they're doing. Now, let's say they're coming up behind me, okay? So I got somebody coming up behind me right now. Well, I see this tree, okay? I can go ahead, tuck in here by this tree, okay? Still here where I can see them, okay? But I can see them, and I'm gonna go ahead and let them pass, okay? If they're already coming up to overtake me, I can already let them pass. And as they come by, you know, I can kind of step back, give them their space, and let them keep going, you know. And as they're coming up, I'm doing that quick scan. I'm looking at them, making sure they ain't got nothing to hurt me, okay? Now, with this strategic position with this tree, as they're coming up here, you know, if they take off toward me right now, I can duck behind this tree, okay, and give myself a little bit more time to take off, okay, to wherever I'm going to run to. And like I said, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and take that pack off. All right, so we talked a little bit about encounters, okay, when we encounter somebody. Now, one other thing I want to talk about is personal protection, okay? So when I go hiking, I carry multiple forms of personal protection, okay? One thing that I have a lot of times is just a whistle, okay, or an air horn. How's that going to protect you? Because, you know, when you're out in the woods and you got somebody with bad intentions, you know, they're looking for an easy target of opportunity, you know, something easy for them. Well, you start making a whole lot of noise, you're not easy anymore, okay? You're attracting attention, and that's not what they want. So, you know, air horn, whistle, yelling, whatever it is, you know, something's going wrong, you can start out with that maybe. Now, when I'm in the woods, like I told you earlier, there's other things out here that hurt you. Bears. So I carry bear spray. I generally keep it right here, okay? Keep it up here where I can get a hold of it really quick, so if something happens. So bear spray, it works on bad people too, okay? They're not gonna like it, so if you need it too, you know, you can spray them with that. Here's the thing though, you need to be proficient. Before you ever get to the woods, make sure that you practice, okay? Make sure that you know how to put that bear spray in operation, and that means actually doing it, okay? And then, you know, wherever you got it positioned, you need to practice getting it out and deploying it. You need to become quick with it, okay? Because you don't want to be sitting there, you want it to be muscle memory, okay? You don't want to be sitting there fumbling with it when bad things are getting ready to happen. You want to be able to get it out quick and deploy it, okay? So, you know, be proficient. There are some other things you can take with you. Bang, bang. All right? You know, there's laws out there that govern carrying concealed weapons, and, you know, there's some places that may have posted they don't want you to have them. Make sure you're very savvy on whatever the rules are. But if you are carrying, make sure that you're proficient with your weapon. Don't get out there and not know how to use it. I mean, go to the range, practice, you know. So, you know, you're working on your accuracy. You're also working on deploying that weapon, okay, with some speed. So, you know, if you get out there and you got to use it, you want to be able to get it out and on target and do what you got to do. Doing what you got to do, that's going to be up to you, okay? Use of force, that's something you're going to have to justify. I can't do that for you, and I can't tell you what to do. You're just going to have to know, okay? You're going to have to know. And be prepared to deal with what happens, okay? So, and I'll just leave it at that. All right, and the one final thing, okay, is just trust your instincts. I said it earlier, your Spidey senses. Trust your instincts. If something smells like, you know what, it probably is, you know what. Have a plan, be proficient, think about what you're going to do, all those things. That way you don't become a victim. It can be a scary world out there. It can, if you let it. Okay, you don't want to let fear paralyze you to where you can't do anything. You got to think about, why do you go outdoors? Why do I come out to this place right here or other places? There's a reason. And I say it at the end of every video. Life is better when you navigate outdoors. It is for me. I mean, when I get outdoors, it improves my mental health, it improves my physical health, and just my overall being, okay? My life improves because of the trips that I take outside, okay? Getting outdoors and doing things. This murder that happened down there, it's terrible. It's terrible. Could it be prevented? I don't know. I mean, those are answers that we just don't have. You know, we don't have yet. All we can do is just pray for the family. What I do know is I saw that, and that's not going to stop me from going hiking, okay? It is going to get me thinking, and it did. And that's why I put out this video. Some people may be like, everything you said is common sense. It is. It really is. But there are people that may be new to the channel. Welcome. Maybe new to hiking. Maybe things that you're not thinking about. Okay, and part of my responsibility, I feel like, if I'm encouraging you to get out here, then I need to give you all the information you need to hopefully provide you with a safe trip. Most of all, just a safe trip, a fun trip, an awe-inspiring trip, a trip that you want to go out and do again. That's what I wanted to do with this video. I hope this information helped out. Spread the word, let other people know. When you take a hiking buddy with you that may not be that hiking buddy that I talked about earlier, get them up to speed. You know, teach them about trail safety, navigation, staying hydrated, packing right, reacting to an emergency situation, first aid, all those kind of things. Take that person with you and teach them, okay? So they'll be a good trail buddy for somebody. All right, I appreciate you taking a walk with me this morning. When I got up and I saw that comment, kind of freaked me out, but it inspired me. I was like, I got to get outside today, I got to take a walk, and I got to talk to my peeps, okay? Got to talk to them about trail safety. That way, when they go out, they're better informed, okay, and hopefully have a safe trip. And that's what I want. I want you navigating outdoors, because life's better when you navigate outdoors. I'll see you next episode. Peace.